What's up, guys? This is Seabasscrew here, and I'm going to be starting to reveal to you my favorite films of all time. The films that have impacted me as a child and as a young adult. So, get ready. Some of the movies may actually show up on my list. So, if you like that movie, then hey, that's just more a way to get to know you better. But yeah, and sometimes movies reveal your personality too, like what genre is your favorite, what's your favorite actor, stuff like that. So let's get started. The first film up here is The Shawshank Redemption. Let's just talk about this movie. This movie is just unbelievably amazing. I know why it's got a #1 on IMDb because it's really good. Fantastic movie. I mean, you got two of the greatest actors. Morgan Freeman is one of the greatest actors, period. I mean, his voiceovers are just so nice to watch, and his acting is just spectacular. The acting is superb in that movie. The story is well paced. It's fantastic plot in this movie. I really have never seen a plot this well. And original Hollywood. That's what it's called. That's what originality is. But that's all I really gotta say about Shawshank Redemption. There's nothing much that can be said. It's just a fantastic movie. It's slow, but once you get past the slow pacing of it, it's fantastic. You can look at how much hard work was put into that movie. Next movie up is Back to the Future Part 1 and 2. Oh, Back to the Future 1 is one of my favorites. Not my ultimate favorite. My ultimate favorite is number 2. I don't know why number 2 is. It has a certain charm. I don't know what causes it to be my favorite film, like favorite film of all time. I don't know. It just has a certain charm to it. Maybe because they went back in time a lot, and I was thinking, oh, snap, they're going all back in time all the time. It's kind of confusing. What's going on? It just came together well. I'd never seen a plot do that well before. And fantastic performances by Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Thomas F. Wilson. My favorite character is Bill.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Elizabeth Shue. I think she was in that, or yeah, she was in the second one. Crispin Glover and Lorraine. Fantastic job from these guys, from these fantastic cast. Period. I've never seen a cast this well made, this well casted before. I've never seen it ever in my entire life of watching movies. But yeah, #1 isn't my favorite. I don't know why it isn't. It's just I have no earthly idea. Just please explain to me why #1 should have been my favorite. I mean, it's a lot of other people's favorites. It's just not my favorite. I don't know why. I like it. It's just not good. As good as Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 2 is the best sequel I've ever seen. But yeah, next up on the list, Star Wars. Oh yeah, the whole saga is fantastic. Although there are some movies that really got on my nerves. #1 being the ultimate one. Let me tell you, I have never seen the most annoying ass character in a movie. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa, here back and shut the fuck up, please. Oh, God, I hate that guy so much. I don't know why he had to get introduced into there. It was just so annoying. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people had their fair share of annoying characters in movies, and that is one of them. I cannot stand him. I was just going to punch him in the face of how annoying he was. And Phantom Menace had a very messed up plot. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I cared less. It was boring. Until the battle scenes came up with a lightsaber duel between Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. That was amazing. But then the war with the droids and I don't know what the army is, but whatever it is, but it was just silly. It just didn't felt like a Star Wars movie to me. It just felt like it was a weird just start to the series. Second one was alright. I didn't really have many problems with the second one, although there was a sappy love story with Anakin Skywalker and Queen Padme. It was just so freaking sappy. Oh my god, it was so sappy. You know what I hate with love stories when they're so sappy and like romantic, overly romantic. Like you're like a leaf and you blow away in the wind. That's overly romantic. #3, fantastic climax to the whole entire series. I don't know why people hate the third one. I mean, it's the whole climax of the whole saga completely. Without that, it would just not fit into a Star Wars movie. The whole trilogy, the original trilogy, 4 and 5 and 6, would not make sense as far as the storyline goes. Number 4, a lot of people say number 4 is their favorites. I would have to say Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. I don't know why. It has that certain charm. I think the reason why is the Hoth battle on Empire Strikes Back. That was just unbelievable, unbelievable, and had like better storylines, sort of back and forth. They switched back and forth, so I really like the action scenes most of the time. I didn't pay attention mostly to the story because I like special effects. I love action. I crave action. Are you kidding me? But anyway, The Breakfast Club, fantastic movie by John Hughes. One of John Hughes' best movies. Best 80s movies I've ever seen. One of the best movies I've ever seen. Next to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I would say Breakfast Club was a very well done movie. I mean, good plot, good characters, good comedy, hilarious comedy, genius comedy. Just, fun, a fun movie to watch. It was so much fun. And it was kind of depressing too, emotional, and realistic. I really felt attached to these characters. When a movie does that, you know it's a good movie. When you get attached to the characters and you can relate to them. But anyway, next movie up, The A-Team. I was actually surprised by this movie. I was actually shocked at how good this movie was. I've never seen the A-Team series. I've only heard the A-Team's theme song, but I've never seen this whole episode of the series at all. But I was surprised by it. It had a good cast for one. Liam Neeson is Hannibal. You had Face with Bradley Cooper, Rampage Jackson with BA, and then you had the District 9 pilot, the Psycho pilot, to play as, I can't even remember his name. Anyway, but it was a good movie though. One thing that really kind of was a dragged it down a little bit. Just the CGI kind of looked fake, but the action scenes never let up. It was just so entertaining to watch, and the performances were well done. But I have to give a facepalm to Jessica Biel. She played the most one-dimensional lieutenant I have ever seen portrayed in a movie. I have to ask the casting director, what the hell? Why did you put Jessica Biel as a lieutenant? She didn't need to be there. There was no reason. No reason for her to be there. But that's all I gotta say as far as the rant goes, but that's it. Next one up is Indiana Jones. Oh yeah, you can obviously tell I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. I love Indiana Jones. When I was a kid, I started watching every single episode. But number 1 was great. Not my ultimate favorite, but it's a great movie though. I love Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. The action scenes were spectacular. Acting was well done. The storyline was actually pretty good. And it's just a fun action movie. So much action. And some comedy thrown in there. Thank you, Spielberg. Thank you. You know when comic moments need to be thrown in to break up the dramatic feel of the movie. Thank you, Spielberg. You are a fantastic director. And, it's obviously directed by, like I said, Steven Spielberg. One of the greatest directors, actually the greatest director ever. Except for Christopher Nolan. I'm actually going to accept Christopher Nolan because with Inception, which is one of my favorite films on this list, but I'll talk about that later when we get there. But yeah, Indiana Jones 1, great movie. Indiana Jones 2 was a very different movie, and I like that. I like that way it was different. I didn't really have no problem with it. Only thing I had was like some brutal scenes, like when the guy gets his heart ripped out, and when they send him down into the fiery pit. It was kind of scary at first when I was a kid. It scared the living crap out of me as a kid. And then I started thinking, does this stuff even exist? Is this real? But no, it was really good though. I loved it. I loved the dark feel of Indiana Jones. But it just kind of felt like a departure from the whole franchise entirely. Indiana Jones 3, The Last Crusade is my favorite, ultimate favorite, because it's got some comic moments, it's got some romantic moments, it's got some action scenes that are fantastically directed, and just I can't believe it. Now, the most critically bashed one, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. A lot of people have been saying this movie's absolute shit. How can you survive in a fridge and a nuclear explosion happens and you cannot die or get radiation poisoning, or you fall down 3 waterfalls and you cannot die? This is where the phrase "it's a movie" comes in. And that's where it is. It's a movie. It's supposed to be for entertainment, guys. It's not supposed to be real. It's supposed to entertain the living hell out of you. And it did for me. I love the action scenes. But I did hate the CGI. Some of the CGI was just overused and it looked totally fake. Especially the ending. The ending was great, but the CGI just was terrible. It was horrible. I have never seen CGI that bad before in my entire life. But that's all I gotta say about that as far as Indiana Jones goes. But next movie, Rudy. Fantastic football drama. Next to Blindside and Remember the Titans. It's better than Remember the Titans in my opinion. I love Rudy. Rudy is a fantastic movie. Very emotional, very heartbreaking, great story, great true story, inspired by a true story. So it was a great movie to watch. Very inspirational. I love those inspirational movies like Rocky and other sport dramas. I have yet to see Warrior though. I want to see that because I heard a lot of good things out of Warrior. But that's all I gotta say about Rudy. There's really nothing much to say about Rudy. It's just a fantastic football drama. If you guys have not seen it, go see it or get it on like DVD or something. Remember the Titans. Yeah, Remember the Titans is a good movie. Had a good premise for it, especially since segregation was part of the movie and they had to get together as a team. It's a very inspirational movie and one of Denzel Washington's best performances as a coach. I have never seen an actor do that well before.